How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered, Heaven's Feel, and boy, oh boy, what the hell happened in the last episode? I have no idea. That was a weird one. Things just, there was just some strange things going on there. Some unexpected things. Assassin was replaced with another assassin. There's some strange shadowy being that was following us around. I don't know if that's our new assassin. When we were up at the temple, Caster's been defeated by Saber, and we've already lost Ryder. So, things sure are happening in such a weird way. And then we had a crazy-ass dream. Shirou had the wildest dream. And, like, I didn't mean to do this, but I guess I had back-to-back... I had back-to-back episodes. One being Tsukihime, and then the previous episode here in Fate, where the thumbnails were of vampire biting. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but that did happen. Either way, my curiosity is piqued as to whatever is going on here. Anyways, what's on fire? It's hot. How did this happen? I tucked myself in, closed my eyes, and said goodnight, but the next thing I knew, everything was red. It's hot. Mom woke me up before the noise did. It was so bright even though it was still nighttime. Dad picked me up and then ran down the burning hallway. It's hard to breathe. I heard Mom's voice behind me. She told Dad not to go on his own. He ruffled my hair and told me to wait outside. I nodded and did what he said. It hurts. That was loud. Outside was the same as inside. Everyone was all red and my eyes hurt. So I closed my eyes and ran, trying to find somewhere that wasn't so hot. When I turned back to look, my house was already gone. It must be punishment for not following directions. My eyes hurt. I cry while I walk. I know I have to go home and wait, but I don't know where home is anymore. I stop covering my face with my hand and look up. I come face to face with it, all for the first time. The town is burning in the distance. The fire won't go out. It's too late to change it now. This all happened 10 years ago. The flames burning far away are so distant, not physically, but in time. My skin hurts. My throat burns with every breath. My body creaks with each movement of life. When I try to run away, my ankles twist, caught on something heavy like shackles. Even as a child, I somehow intuit that the death of everyone around me is dragging my living self down with them. It's still hot. I claw at my throat, my nails scratching it red. Each breath I suck in inflicts stabbing pain on my burned esophagus. My eyeballs stop working, and my brain begins to steam in my skull. It's hot. It's hot, so hot. Hot, hot, hot. That's a lot of hot. Yo. Holy Grail, baby. I remember. This is hot, awfully hot. But it's cold, terribly cold. Past the boiling point and back to freezing temperature. My burning blood has already hardened and stopped. Everything I see is backwards. And it's hot. So it's cold. That's why it's so hot I'm losing my mind. However, what was the cause of it all? There it is. There was a black sun in the sky. Didn't feel especially strange to me that the sun was out at night, or that it was black. After all, everything was crazy. It felt normal next to everything that was going on. And yet I ran away. I was so scared. The fire around me wasn't scary. Compared to that black shadow, getting burned to death felt only human, only natural. So I ran. I knew that if it caught me, it would take me someplace even scarier. That is true. We don't really want to, we don't want to know where all that leads us. I look up at the sky in a daze. I know it'll rain eventually, and I slowly lower my upraised hand. Man, we had some crazy-ass dreams last night, huh, Shirou? Slowly, I open my eyelids. Not quite fully awake, I stare at my bedroom in a daze. Still lying on my back, I feel relief. How many years has it been since I woke up from a dream feeling relieved? I murmur aloud, still feeling the heat on my cheeks. A long time ago, this nightmare used to haunt me and make me cry out at night. It happened 10 years ago. The memories were still fresh back then. Every time I went to sleep, I would find myself wandering in that inferno. I never imagined that I'd forget about it, especially while I was in the dream. When I fell asleep, it would all become real again. The sky that day, the burnt odor in the air, and the inescapable wall of fire. Even now, I think that hasn't changed. But it isn't as raw anymore. With time, wounds heal and memories dull. Over the last few years, all I really see when I dream about the fire is the color red. Why would it come back again in vivid detail, even down to the smell of ash in the air, after all this time? The color red seems to have some huge significance here all of a sudden. And what was that? I don't know what that thing was, nor do I remember it. In fact, I didn't even see it. I mean, we know what it is. I want to throw up. Just thinking about it makes me dizzy. A circuit breaker flips in my body and tells me not to think about it any further. I wish I had that. I'm drenched in sweat because of the nightmare. I don't want my sheets to soak it up and get all gross, plus my brain is in a fog. My arms feel sluggish. In fact, I can't put any strength into them, and I can't even get up. Damn it, even talking is a challenge. I slowly bring my hand to my face and realize it's pretty warm. That's a surprise. This is the first time I've ever caught a cold. I've lost count of the number of times I've been battered and bruised, but I've never gotten a common cold before. I really don't think that's how it works. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it really doesn't. I can't think straight, so it's little wonder that I'd have a dream or two. Well, at least we remember it. Whoa, wait. What am I lying around for? I frantically sit up. Then I check under the covers. This is hardly the time to be worrying about feeling sluggish or tired. Excuse me, if anything happened, then I need to run to the bathroom in the morning and destroy the evidence. My first priority is to purify myself and then exercise my right to silence. To be frank, Shirou's stock in the Emiya household is in free fall. Thank God. My entire body is drenched in sweat, but there isn't really anything else off about it. You know, I would say I'd hate to say it, but I guess it's a good thing it wasn't that kind of dream. But no, it really wasn't that kind of dream. There's no way I went to school while I was asleep. And I've never done anything that crazy with Tosaka. Not in this timeline. My subconscious went there all on its own. After all, I'm still in the clothes I was wearing when I went to bed, and Saber's been in the room next door this entire time. I sigh in palpable relief. At once, the tension drains from my body and I dramatically fall back on the floor.
Shirou, どうしました? 今音がしたようですが。
I hear Saber's voice behind the sliding door. See? Even that was enough to get her attention, so it had to have been a dream. Yep, a dream. It was absolutely, positively a dream. Now, if it wasn't, then I don't know how I'll look at Tosaka or how I'll look Tosaka in the eye ever again.
Shirou?
いや、おはよう、セイバー。
どうしたのです、シロ。横になったまま挨拶をするなど、あなたらしくもない。
いや、ちょっと不測の事態が起きて。
Saber looks puzzled. Now, I'm thanking my lucky stars that was only a dream. And now I have to confront a different trial. I feel slow and I can't even stand up. So how am I supposed to make breakfast? I'm sure we'll figure it out. Or not, never mind.
シロが風邪ひくなんて珍しいわね。
She casually gives me my diagnosis, thermometer in one hand. I already figured that was the case, so it doesn't come as a surprise. But a cold would make me feel this heavy, huh?
それで痛いとこは他にある？喉が痛いとか頭痛いとか。
いや、別にそういうのはないよ。体が重くて熱っぽいだけなんだけど。おかしいかな。
うん。痛いところがないんならその方がいいかな。あ、けどシロは我慢しちゃう子だから気づいてないだけかもしれないか。うん。念のため他の薬も用意しとく。
Fujine takes some cold medication and cough drops out of the first aid box. She's an old hand at patching up lacerations and the like, but it looks like she isn't used to treating illnesses like this.
Thank you, Fujine. それとごめん。朝飯作れそうにない。
バカなこと言ってないの。シロと朝ごはん、どっちが大切だと思ってんのよ。セイバーちゃんが呼んでくれたからよかったものの、いつも通りご飯作ってたら本当に雷落としたんだから。
She growls in sincere anger. She's right, obviously.
それと、ご飯なら心配いらないからね。さくらちゃんがお粥作ってくれたから、お腹が減ったら食べなさい。
え？さくらがおかゆ？
She must be feeling better then.
さくら、体の方はいいのか？俺より辛そうだったじゃないか。
はい。ちゃんと熱は引きましたから、心配はいりません。
I mean, she's all uniformed up and, I mean, she looks alive compared to us, apparently.
夜も怖くなかったし、ぐっすり眠れちゃいました。これも先輩が見てくれたおかげです。
Okay, you don't have to bring that up right now. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's good. I thought it would take longer, but I'm relieved that it took her only a night to recover.
そっか。忘れてた。昨日はさくらちゃんが風邪ひいてたんだっけ？
そうだけど、なんだよ。その顔、すごくよこしまな感じがするんでやめてくれ。
もしかしてシロ、さくらちゃんの風邪がうつるような真似しちゃったの？
I don't think that's how that works.
はあ？
But I'm no
さくらの
doctor.
風がうつるってどうしてさ？
あれ？わからない？さくらちゃんの熱は下がってるんでしょ？なら、シロがなんかしたんじゃないの？昔から風邪は人にうつすと治るって言うし。
I look at Sakura, not understanding. She's not helping.
は？
Finally, I realize what Fujine's running her mouth off about.
バカかあんた。昨日は熱上がって薬出しただけだ。冗談でもそういうの禁止だしない。止まってくれたさくらに失礼じゃんか。
I feel myself blushing furiously. I imagine my 37-degree fever just climbed to 38.
なんてね。わかってるわよ、そんなの。シロにはそんな解消ないもんね。
So we either take the fall as a man or we just be Shirou.
それはそれでムカつくけど、誤解が解けたんならそれでいい。
よしよし。それじゃ欠席届は出しとくから今日はゆっくり休んでること。セイバーちゃん、シロをよろしくね。この子ほっとくと何でもしちゃうから布団に縛り付けておいて。
Ah, shit, she just got permission.
元よりそのつもりです。
Oh my
シロ
god.
が起き出さぬよう監視をし、食事を与えればいいのですね。うわ、なんか物騒な言い回しだけど間違ってないからいっか。
Saber nods. Is it just me, or did I just get a vague feeling of danger?
じゃあセイバーちゃんの言うことちゃんと聞いて、私たちが帰ってくるまでおとなしくしてるのよ。夕ご飯は精のつくもの買ってきてあげるから、それまでに体を治しておくこと。
Now grab that 7-Up or Sprite or something. That'll help. Fujine nods with a smile at the impossible mission she's giving me. Behind her, Sakura looks downcast. She looks like she wants to say something that's weighing on her mind.
行ってきます。お土産期待しててね。
Fujine waves goodbye and leaves for work. Oh, this is quite the pickle that we found ourselves in. I see Fujine off and then go back to bed. All I did was go from my bedroom to a porch, but the effort made me so short of breath I collapsed right back into bed. My fever isn't that high, but evidently I'm physically exhausted. Fujine is right. I won't be able to do much until I recover my strength in bed. And then, Sakura comes to my room even though it's already past 7:30.
さくら、どうした？もう7時半だぞ。
Sakura awkwardly avoids meeting my gaze, just as I notice that she's making the same expression as earlier when she looked like she wanted to say something.
先輩、私ここに残っちゃいけませんか？
You can do anything you want, Sakura. She looks up and asks me a question. She means staying home from school, right?
もしかしてさくらもまだ熱があるのか？
いえ、熱はもう引いてます。ただ、
She hesitates like it's hard to say. She does still look pale, and it isn't reasonable to expect her to fully recover overnight after how bad she looked yesterday.
そっか、さくらも風邪気味だったもんな。けど大丈夫か？欠席届とか出さないで。
ズルしちゃおうかなって。
Hey, I'm all for it. She means skipping class by pretending to be sick?
なんでさ、さくらは風邪ひいてるんだから別にずる休みってわけじゃないだろう。熱があるなら部屋で寝てないといけないんだから。
ですから私の体はいいんです。
Shiro's obliviousness is completely understandable in my opinion, but goddamn is it pissing me off right now. I understand even less now, I know. What is Sakura trying to say?
そのですね、先輩が風邪をひいたのって私のせいだと思うんです。
なんだ、藤姉のたわごと真に受けてんのか？大丈夫、そんなことはないって。俺、最近は夜になると散歩しててさ。
それでもいいです。私は元気で、昨日のお礼というか、先輩の看病がしたいので、ズルしちゃいたいんです。
Apparently Sakura feels responsible for my illness. If I'm being honest, I would feel better having her around. Saber needs to sleep, and it would be easier for me if Sakura could prepare the medicine.
先輩？
それじゃあ頼む、さくら。
そうですよね。先輩にはセイバーさんがいるし、私が残っても何も。って先輩？
だから看病を頼むよ。
Yes.
私ですよね。
He even said your name.
そうだよ。セイバーも時差ボケでさ、昼間は眠ってるんだ。情けないんだが、さくらが昼飯とか作ってくれると助かる。
I'm not really, I'm not entirely sure as to why she's so enthusiastic over this, but whatever.
私、精一杯頑張りますね、先輩。
Sakura's expression transforms into a sunny smile, her earlier nervousness gone. Yeah, a smile looks better on her face. Ain't that the truth? Okay, so I do wonder, actually. Where are we at in the flowchart here? Looks like we're coming up on a choice, but like, what has happened recently? This looks like it was just for brownie points, which it looks like we've been getting the good brownie points here. This is good. We got some brownie points with Ilya, so that might be a good thing. We even got some brownie points with Rin. Let's go. But oh, and Saber. God damn, I'm just making some good ass choices here, I think. But I don't know if we've, like, avoided any significant bad endings yet. I think I was told that, like, I was able to avoid one, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. Obviously, there's the ones that we had to avoid from the Fate route. Time passes, it's now 10 a.m. I just feel happy that we're getting the brownie points, that's all I care about. I feel much better since eating Sakura's porridge. The sluggishness I felt this morning is gone. It doesn't impede my movement, and I think I could go to school if I wanted. However, I wonder if this wasn't a cold after all, but maybe the result of serious malnutrition. Just as I make to go get out of bed.
ダメです。先輩、熱が下がるまで絶対安静ですからね。
Sakura rushes over and pushes me down. And Sakura seems so enthusiastic. She made me breakfast, and I still feel pretty slow. So I decide to stay lying down. After feeding me okayu, she leaves, saying that she has something to do. Saber is resting in the living room. She was kneeling in the corner of my room until just earlier, but it was making me nervous, so I asked her to move into the living room. She protested naturally, but I convinced her to take up a different guard post just for today.
失礼します。お体の調子はどうですか、先輩？
おかげさまで良くなってるよ。体のだるさはまだあるけど、熱はもう下がってる。
よかった。それじゃあもうお薬はいりませんね。あとは美味しいものを食べてゆっくり休んでいれば安心です。
I mean, keep on taking the medication. Sakura goes into the room next door and brings out a new futon.
さくら、何してんだ？
何って新しいお布団ですよ。先輩はずっと汗をかいてたんですから、そろそろ変えないといけないかなって。
She lays out the futon next to mine, patting it flat in a practice motion. To my surprise, there isn't any dust at all.
はい、用意できました。どうぞ先輩、こちらに移ってください。あ、その前に着替えですね。私はお布団を干してきますから、新しい寝巻きに着替えておいてください。
After the futon, Sakura brings out a stack of clean sleepwear. Such flawless nursing. This goes beyond mere experience or thoughtfulness.
遺伝子だ。きっと遺伝子にそういうスキルが備わってるんだ。
先輩、
Ignore it. Just ignore whatever the fuck he's trying to say here.
言った。不謹慎だけど、さくらが休んでくれてよかったって。正直、さくらのことを見直しちまった。
当然ですよ。もうじき1年半ですからね。先輩のお家のことはちゃんと分かっているんです。
Sakura proudly puffs out her chest. Her confidence and positivity feels infectious.
そっか。じゃ、布団は任せた。ここは行為に甘えて、病人らしく言うこと聞いてる。
はい、任せてください。布団を干し終わったらリンゴ剥いてきますから、期待して待っていてくださいね。
Some apples actually do sound pretty good right now. Sakura goes into the hallway carrying the futon I've been sleeping in.
うわ、一気に全部持っていったな、さくら。
Impressed by her high spirits, I changed into the pajamas that she had brought me. Now then, I dry myself off with a towel, change into clean pajamas, and obediently get back into bed to wait for Sakura. How long is this all taking, I wonder? Sakura peels me an apple as promised. I enjoy snacking on it and...
もう無理は禁物ですよ、先輩。
She scolds me even though I feel better now, so I lie back down.
で、セイバーが手伝ってくれたのか？
はい、何もしていないのも疲れるからって。おかげで客間のお掃除もできて助かりました。
そっか。雑巾を絞るセイバーってのも見たかったな。こうダダーッと客間の廊下を雑巾がけしたのか？
はい、2人で一緒に頑張りました。セイバーさん、これはこれで参考になるなんてこと言ってましたけど。
Yeah, they don't do quite all of this where she's from. Sakura smiles, looking slightly troubled. She might have gotten used to Saber, but she still seems to be getting used to dealing with her.
ともあれご苦労様。けどあんまり無理するなよ。さくらだって病み上がりなんだ。俺の世話だけでも大変なんだから掃除まですることないぞ。
そんなことありません。ここで朝を過ごして夕方もご飯を食べさせてもらっているんです。ならお掃除をするのは当然ですよ。私だってこの家の一員なんですから。
Sakura mumbles under her breath, not wanting to sound rude by wishing it was true.
そうだった。俺もさくらも藤音も家族みたいなもんだった。
先輩、
遠慮して悪かった。家族なら看病ぐらい当然だもんな。俺だってさくらが倒れたらどんなに嫌がられても看病する。だから遠慮なんてする方がバカだったんだ。
I mean, Shirou really came to her rescue last night, honestly. Like, it was good to see that out of him. He wasn't, being the type of Shirou that we saw maybe like in the Fate route. He was doing the right thing, against his, against other things that were, circulating in his head. He still acted really well. I apologize. The conversation stops. After a moment's surprise, during which Sakura held her breath,
はい、分かってもらえたのならいいです。先輩はちょっと人のことを大切にしすぎだと思います。
it's just a part of who he is. She smiles happily and straightens out my sheets for me. It made me realize something finally. How beautiful this house is. The reason we've been tending to the unused rooms without even really thinking about it. How lively and lived in it feels, just like when my old man was still around. My underclassman at school, my friend's little sister. That's what Sakura was to me when we first met, but she's been protecting this home even more than I have. For the last year and a half, the days were truly peaceful. I took it for granted so much that I never noticed. Sakura brought me and Fujine something that we never could have obtained on our own. Absently, I look up at Sakura. Maybe it's because I still have a slight fever, or because Sakura looks so happy taking care of me. When I see her smile, it warms me up inside and makes me sleepy. Alright, goodbye Sakura, I guess. Huh, I'm pretty sleepy. It feels nice. I feel bad for sleeping until lunchtime, but for now I think I'll close my eyes and...
けど先輩、私は先輩のそういうところが大好きです。
I think she just said something that would send my heart aflutter.
さくら。
先輩、起きてたんですか？
Sakura backs away from me in a panic. If she reacts like that, it only makes me blush. In fact, I'm worried I'm going to spike another fever.
その、さくら。
何も言ってません。私、何も言ってませんから。顔を覗き込んだのはですね。熱を測ろうって思ったんです。
And nothing else was being said or going on. She hastily takes out the thermometer and looms over me.
先輩、体温計です。熱を測りますから、加えてください。
The thermometer inches threateningly, towards me, its holder losing her composure.
Huh?
I feel something squishy. It only brushed me, but it was Sakura's chest. Why are we thinking about that again? My brain reaches its boiling point. Sanity begins to crack under the strain of forbidden memories springing back to my mind, and the sensation of an all too real female.
待てさくら、ちょっとたま。
What is going on here? I make a last-ditch effort to roll out of bed. My body slides out of the futon. My first priority is to just get away from away from Sakura.
先輩、お熱を測りたいんですけど。
はい、それぐらい自分でやるから、さくらはそこでストップ。
先輩がそういうのでしたらいいですけど。はい、それじゃあ体温計。
今はダメ。頼むから落ち着かせてくれ。今近づかれると昨日の夢がぶり返して死んじまう。
I make a stop sign gesture. My face beat red. But
昨日の夢ですか？
I must be acting really weird because Sakura suddenly gives me a dubious look.
その、たちの悪い夢を見たんだ。できれば思い出したくないんで、今はそっとしといてくれ。言っとくけど、桜が悪いわけじゃないぞ。俺が修行不足なだけだ。
はあ、修行不足ですか？
Sakura watches me vacantly. I like this look that she makes. Anyone would, after hearing something like that.
先輩、その夢、一体どんな夢だったんですか？
A weirdly sexual one, but not sexual sexual. It was like more of like a deadly sexual. Like hell, I can answer that.
別にそう大した夢じゃない。ただ、たちが悪かっただけだ。
先輩、
Sakura's eyes become concerned. I can't lie to her, but I also can't tell her the truth. So I won't lie, or we could play it off somehow. The thing is, if we are honest with her, then she's not gonna like the fact that Rin was in the dream and not her. However, if we try to play it off, she'll just, get more pissed off. I think we're gonna have to go the honesty route on this one, guys. It might get us killed. Or it might not, I don't know. There's only one way of finding out. There's no helping it now. I'll tell her the facts without giving away too much. Okay, that works.
先輩、誰が出てきたんですか？
いや、出てきたのは遠坂だけなんだが。
Alright, you fucking dumbass. She immediately lures me into spilling the beans.
そうですか。そういえば、この前ここに来たんでしたっけ？
うん。すぐに帰ったけど、手当てしてもらった。
わかりました。それじゃあ体温計、ここに置いていきますね。
Okay, I don't like this choice I made. Sakura sets the thermometer down on the floor and walks to the bedroom door with heavy steps.
お昼の支度がありますから、失礼します。支度が済んだら呼びに来ますから、それまで休んでいてください。
She's not a fan of Rin, it seems like. Like, sure, they've interacted. We've seen that in the Fate and the Limited Blade Works routes, especially Fate, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, it's a bit weird how even with just the mentioning of her name is enough to have Sakura, not, want to be around Shirou. Like, she wants out. Conversation is done. That is very strange. She shuts the door with a soft thud. The sound of her departing footsteps feels colder than usual. Oh no, guys. I hope we didn't lose brownie points. Like hella brownie points. Hold on, I need to check the chart. Okay, well, I don't think we lost any. Actually, there was no heart here. So maybe there was no, potential to gain or lose. Maybe it was just a silly choice. I don't know. But what the fuck is coming up here? Jesus Christ.
ごちそうさまでした。
We mutually thank our cook.
お粗末様でした。先輩もセーバーさんも綺麗に食べてくれましたね。
Sakura starts cleaning up. On the dining table are a clay pot, 3 bowls, and all the garnishes you would need for udon. Excuse me.
あ、片付けは俺がやる。熱も下がったし、それぐらいしないと。
そうですか。それじゃあ体力検査ということでお願いしちゃいますね。洗い物は私がやりますから、先輩は食器運びとテーブル周りの後片付けをやっちゃってください。
Sakura puts on her apron and moves to the kitchen. I'll bring the clay pot and bowls over then.
シロ、体は大丈夫なのですか？熱は下がったと聞きましたが、顔色はまだ悪いではないですか？
ね、何？顔青いのか、俺。
いいえ、青いというのではなく悪いのです。
I have a feeling that something else is going on with him here.
マスター、魔術師にとって生命線ともいえる魔力が不足している。昨夜の戦闘ではシローに負担をかけた覚えはありませんが、あの境内そのものに魔力を吸い上げる仕掛けがあったのかもしれません。
Now that she mentions it, Ryoto Temple did feel off somehow. All the people inside were weakened, so maybe casters set up a bounded field to drain life energy from humans inside.
まあ、体は元気になったから問題ないさ。魔力だって栄養を取れば戻る。俺の魔力量なんてたかが知れてるんだから、ちゃんと夕飯を食べれば戻るだろ。
当事者であるあなたがそう言うのなら、これ以上追求しませんが。まったく、さくらの言う通りです。
Saber stacks the 3 bowls while saying that.
さくらに渡せばいいのですね。そちらの鍋も私が運びますから、シロはテーブルを拭いていてください。
She heads to the kitchen without waiting for my reply.
さくら、食器はここに。
あれ、セイバーさん。はい。洗い物はそこに置いといてください。
なるほど。それとさくら、先ほどの昼食は美味でした。朝に続いて感謝します。
It would have been better if, Shirou was making it, I'm sure, for Saber. It seemed like, especially in the last route, like Saber was down for anything, food related.
私なんてまだまだです。
Anything that Shirou made.
おかゆとおうどんは先輩の独壇場ですからね。
I hear a cheerful conversation from the kitchen.
なんだ、さくらのやつ、セイバーと仲いいじゃんか。
Oh yeah, because Saber's not Rin. Maybe they hit it off when they were cleaning up after breakfast. Anyway, it's good to see them get along.
じゃ、食後のお茶の準備でもしてるかな。
I place a small teapot and tea leaves on the table. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's the perfect time for an after-lunch break. Okay, so we can go out shopping, we can have a snack, or we can relax in front of the TV. The thing is, I'm pretty sure if we go out shopping, we will run into Ilya again, which I kinda want to do. The other 2 choices just have us chilling here. I want to say we'd be okay going out shopping. Curiosity is pushing me in the shopping direction.
そういえば。
I forgot after all the confusion this morning, but I have a promise to keep to Ilya. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it wasn't exactly a promise, but I'm the one who asked if I could see her again, so it'd be really rude not to wait at the park for her.
セイバーとさくらは。
Getting along just fine doing dishes. If I tell them I'm stepping out, they'll either stop me or try to come with me. It's better if I go meet Ilya alone. I'm sorry to Saber and Sakura, but I'll just leave a note and sneak out. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna work lovely. This might be sacrificing some brownie points here, but we gotta do it. Somehow I left without them noticing. I did leave a note saying picking up food for dinner back in an hour, so they shouldn't be too surprised. It'll be okay. They'll be angry at us for like a good 10 minutes, but it'll be okay eventually. I would hope, at least. So will we run into her again here, just like in the Fate route?
やっぱりいないか。
There's nobody at the park. The small park surrounded by apartment buildings feels forlorn, and it's so chilly. It feels as if it could get thoroughly covered in snow soon.
ま、イリアがいたところで何話していいかわからないんだけどさ。
I sit down on a bench. I set the plastic bag I'm holding on the ground and look up at the overcast sky. Looks like the small souvenir I bought from the shopping district was a waste. We even got her like a little gift. I absently gaze up at the clouds. Maybe it's because of all the buildings around. From here, the sky looks boxed off and more distant than usual.
寒い。
My breath mists white. The cold, dry air is freezing, and I wouldn't be surprised if it started snowing. We should probably go home, honestly.
さて、帰るか。
That's what I'm saying. I pick up the plastic bag and stand up from the bench. It's after 2 p.m. If I don't get back soon, they'll know that I was lying. Oh shit. My legs freeze. I can't move them. No matter how hard I try, they just stay in place. But why? What's happening here? Oh shit, we're upside down, but also not. What the fuck? The world distorts. No, that's not what's happening. My vision is broken. My eyeballs sink into my skull, and I lose any sense of distance from my surroundings. I finally realize that I'm in the worst possible situation. It's like my insides have turned to stone. My nerves are severed, and my vision feels cut off from the world. It's like looking at the world through a camera. I've become the protagonist of a video game controlled by a joystick, and it makes me feel sick. I'm going to be killed. Was it a mistake to go out on my own? Yeah, but honestly, my curiosity kind of pushed me in this direction. You know, whatever happens, I want to say it's something that we can kind of take with us informational-wise. Is this how I go out, unable to resist, not even knowing who did it? Oh, there she is.
なんてびっくりした。
Yeah, slightly, actually.
シロったら好きだらけなんだもん。面白いからちょっとからかっちゃった。
So this little prankster has been toying with me.
あ、戻っちゃった。さすがに視線だけの接触じゃ弾かれちゃうか。
She pops out from behind me. Ilya smiles smugly, as if she's been here the whole time at the park watching me from behind.
けど自分だけで解除できないんじゃまだまだなんだから。外部からの影響がないと自分に戻れないようじゃこの先思いやられるわ。
She lectures me haughtily. Of course, the joke goes over my head.
イリア、お前いきなり何するんだ。いくらマスター同士だからって後ろから不意打ちは卑怯だろう。
不意打ちじゃないよ。さっきからちゃんと隣にいたもん。なのに最後まで気がつかないし、おまけにそのまま帰ろうとするし。今のはシロの自業自得よ。
隣にいたってイリアが？
うん、隠れてた。けどそれにしたってシロは油断しすぎよ。私の気配にも気づかないし、魔力をぶつけただけの呪縛にとらわれちゃうし、マスターなんだからもっと周囲に気を配りなさい。
Ilya scolds me in exasperation.
それはそうか。
It makes her feel like a teacher, and I end up nodding obediently.
わかればよろしい。で、今日はどうしたの？シロ、体の中空っぽだし、その割にはセイバーも連れてないし。
So she can even tell.
家で休んだ方が安全でしょ？
She's noticed that Shirou is out of whack today.
いや別に休むために公園に来たんじゃない。まあセイバーを連れてないのは確かに軽率だけど。
でしょ？あんまり様子が変だから放っておけなかったんだ。私から話しかけていいのは昨日でおしまいだったからダメだったんだけど、今日は特別。
Huh? Ilya says something strange. After all, I'm only here because...
それでどうしてこんなところで座ってたの？
You wanted to talk again.
私がマスターとして来てたらシロは今頃死んじゃってるよ。
どうしてってイリアに会いに来ただけなんだけど。昨日また会ってもいいって言ったじゃないか。
She's surprised. It's not like we promised to meet, so that's to be expected.
なんで？私シロを殺すんだって言ったのに、シロは私に会いに来たの？
それはイリアの事情だろ。こっちは違う。俺はマスターじゃないイリアと話したいだけだし。何より
Ilya had a chance to kill me, and she didn't. If she'd let the curse keep going, I probably would have died. But she didn't let that happen, so I don't want to fight her.
ま、昼間戦わないのがマスターなんだろ。なら今はそういうのは抜きにしよう。俺はイリアに会いに来ただけだ。イリアは俺と話すより殺し合いの方が好きなのか？
そんなの言われても困る。私どっちもいっぱいだもの。シロと話せるのは楽しいけど、やっぱり許してなんてあげないんだから。どっちか。
Ilya mumbles, looking downcast. Her expression is so sincere, it looks more like she's suffering rather than indecisive.
そっか。ならどっちでもいいよ。どっちかを選べなんて言わない。
あ、けど。
ああ。けど、今はせっかく会ったんだから話をしよう。お土産もあるし。戦うのはまた今度な。
I take a paper bag of taiyaki out of the plastic bag. It cooled while I was waiting for Ilya, but it's still faintly warm.
ほら、献上品。今回はそれで見逃してくれ。
I push the taiyaki into her hands.
あ、
Ilya hesitates, but still takes the taiyaki without saying anything. She gives me a small nod. Look at Shirou being all friendly and shit. Alrighty, I think we'll wrap it up there then. Seems like Shirou is not, dying, so that's a good sign. We'll take that as a W and leave it there. Alrighty, thank you all for coming out to this one. Honestly, pretty chill episode. I still wonder where things can go here. Like, things have gone in such a wacky direction already compared to... Well, I mean, this is definitely a route closer to, like, the events of the Fate route. And so we're nowhere near Unlimited Blade Works for sure. But I can definitely see that we're beginning to skew off away from Fate, especially with whatever this new variable into the equation is that we saw in the last episode. I don't know what all that was, but regardless, I'm pretty excited. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.